We got Oliver Anthony, 90 Some Chevy.
That old darling of mine is like a 90-some Chevy. She rides just right when you turn her on. The only thing sounds better than that old 350 is when she's running up to kiss me. When I get home, it's been a hard day.
First of all, I really appreciate the visual they have here with the branches, and you can see his face right through that little opening. That's very creative. Yes, he is comparing his girl to a 90s Chevy. Those things are reliable. I do not come from the country, but I do have a few people in my family that do, and they love that. They love that thing, and they drive it all over the place. They just give them an excuse to use it, they're gonna use it. Okay. So I understand the feeling. I understand the feeling.
You, darling, it's been a long week. Might have to load up the dogs, go and listen to the frogs croaking down in the creek. We can take her nice and slow, a case of beer and a Simile. Let the sun sink good and low. There ain't no telling where we'll go in the back of that 90-some Chevy. In the back of that 90-some Chevy. Well, she's hotter than hell.
What I like about his voice is when he starts singing, it's like deep like this, and then when he goes to hit the notes, it goes from deep to a bit higher and then a bit deep again. He really knows. He has nice control over like the sound that's coming out. You know, it's not just, oh, let me just sing this whole part. It's like, let me start this part low and then go a bit higher and then project my voice a bit more and then go back like this. So some words he's saying in a almost whispery way, and while other words he's actually like really pushing it out there.
I'm higher than gas, she's sweeter than honey, I'm poor white trash. She ain't had a check that I couldn't cash. I guess if she's my Carter, then I'm her cash. And I've been sitting around drinking on it. I guess I'm gonna have to get me a ring and get it on it. That old darling of mine is like a 90-some Chevy. She rides just right when you turn her on. The only thing sounds better than that old 350 is when she's running up to kiss me. When I get home, it's been a hard day.
I mean, this is cute, right? Like, this is cute. I mean, you know, he did say the only thing better than his truck is his wife, which is a bit worrisome. Not his wife. I think in the lyrics he said he needs to get it on ahead and marry her. But but I think this is very sweet, heartfelt, a nice little simile there between the Chevy and the girl. A few metaphors in there, a few insinuations, maybe a bit sexual, you know what I mean. But it's a very sweet song.
It's been a hard day. I tell you, darling, it's been a long week. Might have to load up the dogs, go and listen to the frogs croaking down in the creek. We can take her nice and slow, a case of beer and a Simile. Let the sun sink good and low. There ain't no telling where we'll go in the back of that 90-some Chevy.
I like what he did there with his voice again. Almost voice cracky, but not really.
In the back of that 90-some Chevy.
Like he dances on the border, you know what I mean?
That old darling of mine's like a 90-some Chevy. She rides just right when you turn her on.
No references to any topics that could be controversial here, unless you're like, I hate Chevys and I prefer something else. That's the only way this could be controversial. I enjoyed this song. His yeah, I think his breath control, his singing, the way that he can say some words, he can say like the same word two different ways depending on how it has to fit audibly within the song. So I think he's pretty talented, right? And I do like this like naturey atmospheric vibe that he has in his videos. It's just even visually pleasant to look at that, right? Like just the green nature. Let's get back to a roots type thing. Yeah, I do. I think I like this one. This one might be my favorite, honestly. I think this is my favorite of the three I've heard yet. If there's any other suggestions you have, put in the comment section below, or check some other reactions here.